FIFA 2026 World Cup Turf War, Natural Grass vs. Artificial Turf. The stipulation by FIFA mandating the use of natural grass surfaces at the World Cup has triggered discussions among athletes, coaches, and venue administrators. In this article, we delve into the rationale behind FIFA's position, the obstacles associated with transitioning synthetic turf pitches to real grass, and the potential implications for the expenses linked to hosting the 2026 World Cup. While qualifying matches for the 2026 World Cup unfolded in South America and Asia this week, a team of researchers was simultaneously engaged in their own preliminary phase. Their mission was to ensure that the playing surfaces for the world's most watched sporting spectacle, set to be jointly hosted by the United States, Mexico, and Canada, will align with international soccer standards. Out of the 16 selected venues for the 2026 tournament, 7 currently feature artificial turf and will be required to transition to natural grass to meet FIFA's World Cup standards. These venues include Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, AT&T Stadium in Dallas, NRG Stadium in Houston, BC Place in Vancouver, MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, Gillette Stadium in Boston, Lumen Field in Seattle, and Sophie Stadium in Los Angeles. These stadiums will need to be converted to grass in order to meet FIFA's requirements. Why does FIFA prefer natural grass? FIFA believes that natural grass provides a more consistent and predictable playing surface than artificial turf. Natural grass is also considered to be safer for players, as it is less likely to cause injuries such as abrasions and concussions. Artificial turf has been used in sports since the 1960s, but its suitability for football has been debated. Third-generation systems, which include sand and rubber infill, make artificial turf a true alternative for football. Artificial turf is recognized by FIFA as having potential for developing football due to its weather resistance and durability. However, there are varying levels of quality among the different third-generation systems available on the market. Instead of placing trays of grass on top of the turf, they will remove the artificial turf in the stadium. Then, a temporary field will be constructed on that surface, incorporating not only sod but also shallow turf profiles for drainage. One significant challenge is the aim to cultivate grass within an 8-week timeframe. The research team is currently experimenting with various factors like temperature, rainfall, sunlight, and other variables to determine the optimal growth conditions for each stadium. The truth is, none of the stadiums currently featuring artificial turf, set to switch to natural grass for the 2026 World Cup, plan to maintain natural grass afterward. In reality, they will need to create a temporary solution that meets World Cup standards. What is the environmental impact? The environmental consequences for the demand for natural grass pitches at the World Cup are multifaceted. On one hand, natural grass is a greener choice compared to artificial turf because it absorbs carbon dioxide and is biodegradable, while artificial turf is derived from petroleum-based materials. Yet, there are ecological downsides to natural grass. It demands substantial water resources for upkeep, and growing grass can be challenging in certain climates. The use of pesticides and fertilizers to maintain these pitches can also harm the environment. For the 2026 World Cup, 7 out of 16 chosen stadiums currently have artificial turf and must transition to natural grass, requiring substantial resources, including water, energy, and materials. During the World Cup, maintaining these natural grass pitches will consume a substantial amount of resources, with estimates suggesting up to 50,000 liters of water per day for each stadium. Nonetheless, FIFA is actively addressing these environmental issues. They are collaborating with host cities to establish sustainable water management strategies for the stadiums and working with stadium operators to minimize pesticide and fertilizer use. Furthermore, FIFA is investing in research to develop more sustainable turf solutions. This includes backing research into hybrid turf systems that combine natural grass with artificial fibers, reducing water and pesticide usage to maintain the pitch. What will be the cost of converting stadiums to grass? The cost of converting a stadium from artificial turf to grass can vary depending on a number of factors, such as the size of the field, the type of grass being used, and the climate. However, it is estimated that the cost of converting each stadium for the 2026 World Cup could be in the millions of dollars. To convert stadiums from artificial turf to grass is a large undertaking and a costly one. One aspect that's truly uplifting is the substantial assistance by FIFA, sponsoring the research to support this project. In addition, FIFA is collaborating with several American industry experts as part of its comprehensive preparations to guarantee the delivery of an exciting and unforgettable pitch experience. The team of industry experts conducting this research is now testing different temperatures, rain patterns, sunlight, and many other variable factors to understand each stadium's growth recipe. However, many stadium owners are not happy. It has been reported that Stan Kroenke's refusal to cover the costs of essential modifications to Sophie Stadium to meet FIFA's requirements for the 2026 World Cup has sparked controversy. Some people have argued that Kroenke is putting his own financial interests ahead of the needs of the World Cup, while others have defended his decision, arguing that he is not obligated to spend his own money on modifications that will benefit FIFA. It is important to note that FIFA does not require host cities to cover the costs of modifications to stadiums. However, FIFA does require that all stadiums meet its standards for the World Cup. This includes having a natural grass pitch of a certain size. In the case of Sophie Stadium, the modifications that would need to be made to meet FIFA's standards would involve removing seating and luxury boxes to make way for a wider pitch. These modifications would be expensive, and Kroenke has reportedly refused to cover the cost. Kroenke's decision is understandable from a financial perspective. Sophie Stadium is a state-of-the-art facility that cost billions of dollars to build. Kroenke may not be willing to spend any more money on the stadium, especially if he does not believe that the modifications will benefit him financially. However, Kroenke's decision is also disappointing from the perspective of the World Cup. FIFA has high standards for its stadiums, and it is important that all host cities meet these standards. Kroenke's decision to refuse to cover the costs of modifications to Sophie Stadium could jeopardize the city's chances of hosting the World Cup in 2026. It remains to be seen whether Kroenke will change his mind. However, his decision to refuse to cover the costs of modifications to Sophie Stadium is a setback for the city's hopes of hosting the World Cup in 2026. The requirement for FIFA for natural grass pitches at the World Cup is a significant undertaking for host cities. The cost of converting stadiums to grass can be high, and there are also challenges associated with maintaining natural grass pitches in different climates. However, FIFA believes that the benefits of natural grass outweigh the costs. Like, share, comment and follow us for more videos like this. Thanks in advance from all the team at Dynamic Sport Marketing.